Here's a question that I think a lot of people are asking, and I've seen some. I'm in some group chats talking about, Georgia. Are the Dogs the best team in the country? We saw Alabama today against a very, very, very good Florida team. Alabama struggled. Alabama's front seven got, I'm not going to say completely dominated, but got pretty handled against Florida's offensive line, and those running backs had a really, really good game. Florida rushed for over 230 yards on Bama, 230 yards rushing. Again, it is a home game. Florida is known as more of a rush team this year, but still, with what we've seen with Alabama, Alabama was expected to have a top 4 or 5 defense this year. Maybe I'm giving that way too much. Maybe even at the least of it, top 15 defense. And they just did not show up in the run game. Emory Jones didn't really have a terrible game. He had one bad interception. Other than that, he was playing fine. He was checking it down. Dan Mullen likes to use his tight ends and running backs really, 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 really well in the passing game. But yeah, Florida had 43 carries for 245 yards rushing and four touchdown runs, 0 touchdown passes. But a complete turn in what they had last year, which was they would be passing for over 300 something yards per game and rushing for barely 100 per game. But Alabama's offense, passing looked fine. Alabama's rush game is suspect. Alabama has not rushed for more than 150 yards this year in a game. And against Florida, they rushed for just 3.3 yards per carry. They had 1 touchdown by Robinson, and they rushed for under 100 yards today. Like I've been saying, Alabama's one weakness, on the offense, is the rush game. If they can establish a rush game, their offense would be completely unstoppable. But from what we've seen today with Florida, and again, Florida is a very, very good team, okay? So, even me as a Georgia fan, I didn't really respect Florida as much as I should. But again, Florida is a very, very good team. They are a top 15, maybe even close to top 10. I'm not going to jump the gun and say they are a top 10 team. But Alabama was not able to run the ball. They could not stop the run. Georgia, what is Georgia's best quality on defense? The rush defense. So, and then you look at Alabama's passing. They were able to pass the ball They were able to pass the ball in this game, but they could not really complete a deep ball. And in fact, Alabama did not complete a deep ball. The longest passing play in this game was 29 yards. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was on a screen. On a slant. The other one was on a screen. They had like a 26-yarder, I believe, on a screen. So, once again, Alabama's inability to complete a deep ball and run the ball offensively could be their weakness. And Georgia does really, really well in the short to medium game as well. And really, if you've been watching Georgia's defense all year, they've been pretty lights out. Now, Amir Speed got burnt a bit, but I think Georgia definitely has a case to being the best team in the country, okay? I think quarterback-wise, if JT Daniels plays like this every week, there's not going to be a lot of teams that are going to be able to stop Georgia. But defensively, again, this defense is probably the best in the country. Alabama's defense, I still believe, is top 15. Offensively, Georgia's more balanced. Georgia can run the ball. Alabama hasn't really been able to run the ball as efficiently as you'd like to see them. I personally believe Alabama is still number 1, okay? But I think Georgia is so close, and Georgia is still without some key players. Kearis Jackson, I think did actually catch a pass today. Still haven't seen Don Blaylock, George Pickens. We won't see him for a couple weeks. Tyke Smith, Darnell Washington. Once you get these guys back, could Georgia really, really be the best team in the country? And I think they can. I really think they can.